Greetings, seekers on the path of spiritual exploration. Today, we embark on an odyssey into the profound depths of the spiritual journey, a calling that has echoed across cultures and ages. From the Buddha's enlightenment to Jesus's profound teachings, from Lao Tzu's immortal Tao Te Ching to Rumi's sacred poetry, spiritual traditions have provided timeless wisdom to guide humanity's quest for meaning, peace, and self-realization. Yet the spiritual path is not mere ancient history. It is a living, breathing phenomenon that has continually evolved and adapted within different societies and philosophical landscapes. The inner yearning to understand the great mysteries of consciousness, interconnectedness, and our place in the cosmos burns still. Thus, let this exploration serve as a beacon illuminating practical steps to begin or rekindle your own sacred journey. Firstly, clarify your heart's deepest intentions. Why do you feel called to this path? Spiritual seeking, undertaken with sincere motivations and mindfulness to your core values, will keep you anchored amidst inevitable challenges. Then, be open to the breathtaking diversity of spiritual traditions. Buddhism's Four Noble Truths, Hinduism's of divine oneness, the Christian dimensions of love and surrendering to the infinite, Islam's essence of holy submission, the mystical branches of Judaism, the naturalness of Taoism, the myriad indigenous wisdoms and earth-honoring paths. Explore the teachings and lives of prophets, mystics, and enlightened ones who shaped these traditions within their societal contexts. Let their stories awaken resonances within you. If a newcomer to spiritual practices, begin gently. Establish a meditation regimen, even if just 10 minutes per day, or mindfully attune to your breath throughout the day. Study spiritual texts or engage in journaling. Consistency, not complexity, is key. For those well acquainted with the path, reconnect with practices that reignited your inner fire before. Embedded within such simple acts are profound psychological and physiological benefits. Neuroscience reveals meditation's power to reduce stress, relieve anxiety and depression, and promote overall well-being. It can induce physiological responses like lowered blood pressure and increased mindfulness. Practices like yoga and breathwork offer similar fruits. As you immerse yourself in the spirituality's sacred rivers, I cannot emphasize enough the value of Sangha. Seeking kindred spirits also navigating these waters. Join a local meditation group, spiritual community, or online forum. There you will find support, intellectual stimulation, and opportunities to hear personal transformation stories that can rekindle your inspiration. Nurture, too, a beginner's mind toward continual learning. Read spiritual literature and watch teachings across traditions, for the wells of wisdom are bottomless. Simultaneously, stay open to emerging scientific understandings, like quantum physics insights into the fundamental interconnectedness of all existence. Appreciate where spiritual and scientific perspectives converge and diverge in a rich, intellectually honest dialogue. When ready, attend an intensive retreat or workshop for an immersive spiritual experience. There you can dedicate extended periods to meditation, study, and shedding inauthentic layers of yourself. For these times away from society's bustle provide fertile ground for profound realizations to blossom. And crucially, make space for self-reflection's tender embrace. Through meditation, journaling, or simply pausing amid nature's magnificence, create time to absorb the spiritual lessons permeating your being. Without integration, knowledge is simply data. Yet there will inevitably be periods of darkness, dryness, and doubt where the path feels obscured and your dedication wanes. This is part of the journey, the cycles of dawn and dusk, birth and death. Here, draw upon fathomless reservoirs of courage, patience, and self-compassion. For only the alchemical fire of refining your consciousness can purify and resurrect you into a new plane of being. Remember, the spiritual path is ultimately about shedding your ego's deeply grooved tendencies and limited identity to uncover your eternal, infinite essence. It is a journey from self-cherishing and materialistic attachment to recognizing the supreme reality, the ground of all being. As inauthentic beliefs and desires are released, you open to an enlightened state of unconditional compassion, inner freedom and oneness, utterly content and at peace, regardless of circumstances. While learning from ancient mystics, also be willing to evolve traditional perspectives to address contemporary life's challenges. How can spiritual principles be embodied at work and in relationships? How can virtues like nonviolence, truthfulness, and compassion pervade your every action and decision? For the path is about full integration, not mere intellectual study. Understand, the spiritual quest is arduous yet infinitely rewarding. Like blazing a trail through an untamed wilderness, external and internal obstacles will test your resolve repeatedly. Even after piercing revelations, there may be agonizing periods of feeling stagnant, lost, or enduring a scouring dark night of the soul. Yet these trials ultimately refine your soul's resiliency and teach the softening power of surrender. So stay devoted, yet balance these pursuits with your worldly responsibilities and joys. For the human experience in its messy, mundane glory is as sacred as the loftiest transcendental states. Root your practices in authenticity, free of spiritual bypassing or dissociation. Your path is uniquely yours. Let it be an organic flowering in harmony with your personal truth and life's callings. In summary, by clarifying intentions, exploring traditions, beginning sustainably, seeking community, continually learning, allowing for integration through reflection, and persisting with patience and compassion, you open the gate to an existence illuminated by spiritual richness. A state of unconditional presence, where the undying essence of your being embraces both profound mystical dimensions and the blessings of modern life. An unshakable centeredness from which you can embrace all arising phenomena, life and death, joy and sorrow, with fearless equanimity and wisdom. This, dear friends, is the supreme task of the spiritual journeyer, to continually shed all that is inauthentic and transcend the illusion of separation, to connect in loving communion with the divine, which paradoxically manifests as the vast expanse of cosmos and the most intimate essence within your heart. In this ultimate freedom, awakening to your true nature, you become a radiant force emanating light and healing for all beings. I wish you courage, discernment, and blessings on the path.